Hey everybody, Father Joshua here. It's Friday. I figured we'd try a little live stream, Radio Free St. Rita, not a pre-recorded message. We're learning on the fly how to do media ministry, how to record videos and upload them to YouTube, and also to do things live. We're going to give it another shot this Sunday. Hope you tune in for our masses online, 9 o'clock in English and 10:45 for our bilingual mass. We learned last week that the bells are really loud in here, and we didn't want the bells to ring smack in the middle of Fuck Me House homily. So we hope you gather together as family and watch Mass here at St. Rita this Sunday. We are trying every day, thinking every day of new ways to stay in touch with you. And we hope you'll stay in touch with us through prayer first, and also email. You can still call us. You can still call if you need a priest, and we'll do our best to be in touch as soon as we can. And just know that you're in our prayers every single day. I wanted to, for this message, really just point to Pope Francis. I hope you've had a chance to see his remarkable message today. If not, get online and spend almost an hour, it was, with Pope Francis. It'll be worth every second. His Urbi et Orbi message, which is a traditional way popes have communicated and blessed the entire world on solemn occasions. And Pope Francis gathered not just all the Catholics of the world, but all believers and people of goodwill to meditate and pray and to seek grace for the end of this COVID-19 pandemic. So I just encourage you to look it up, to watch it again even. I watched it with my family, and it was one of the greatest spiritual gifts that Pope had given me in a very long time. So do watch it if you can. What struck me about Pope Francis's ministry, or his message today, was the gospel passage he read. He had Mark chapter 4 proclaimed very beautifully, and he preached on it for a short period of time. And it's the story of Jesus with his disciples in the boat, and the storm comes, and the waves rage against the boat, and Jesus is sleeping the whole time. And the disciples are afraid, and they wake Jesus up, and you can tell in the tone of things that they might even be a little bit upset with Jesus for sleeping on the job. And they say to Jesus, "Do you not care that we perish?" And Jesus, who in Mark's gospel at this point is being shown to be not just the son of David, but also the son of the Father, not just the Messiah, but also God, Master of creation. He calms the sea. Right? He is Lord over even creation. And so there's this beautiful moment in which the disciples are reminded, one, of their vulnerability, but also of their need to trust in Jesus. And so Pope Francis, just listen to him. He preached on it beautifully. One thing that struck me as well is the whole event itself, to see what was going on in Rome. Here you have Francis, who is the successor of Peter, reading a gospel and commenting on a gospel which most scholars would suggest was actually written in that same city of Rome, likely in the 60s or the 70s, when Christians in Rome in the first century were terrified too. They were terrified because of this bad guy named Nero, They were suffering persecution. And so this is a story, and this is what just hit me watching. This is a story which Christians have been finding comfort in, especially in the city of Rome, for 2,000 years. And here in 2020, the successor of Peter, who would have heard that story himself, maybe even told that story to Mark. 20 centuries later, the successor of Peter is reading this story from the Bible again and giving it to the world, right? And so, not only was I just struck by this amazing truth, be not afraid in Jesus, even though the storms rage. I found great comfort as a Catholic that the ministry of Peter, which Jesus himself gave to Peter, the ministry of Peter is at work, right? And so I just take great comfort in that, and that's why I encourage you, please, spend time tonight if you've not seen it already. Spend time watching Pope Francis's beautiful message to the world tonight. Reminds us the simplicity of, by the way, of Pope Francis there in front of St. Peter's with no one there. It reminds us of our lives now, right? Here I am in an empty church, which is normally full every single day. Here we are in an empty church, you at home, isolated in quarantine for the good of us all. It forces us to think about what is essential, about what is basic, and that is love, food and water and kindness. These small, essential things which under these circumstances, we're forced to rediscover and cherish. I did, for example, a little funeral this morning. A dear old soul gone to the Lord, a member of this parish for a long time. And of course, we couldn't do the funeral normally. There couldn't be many people there. It was a small graveside service in the open air. We couldn't, as I said, do the funeral according to the rites of the Catholic Church as all of them, as you would want to do for your grandmother, for example. But it was nonetheless beautiful because it was a funeral straight from the heart of the family, straight from the heart of this priest who was honored to be there, straight from the heart of Saint Rita, because his soul unto the Lord belongs to us, and straight from the heart of the church. Right? And so I've been given these wonderful lessons in this past week or so about the beauty of ordinary and essential things, what really matters. And I think that's the opportunity for each of us as we continue to pray for an end to this, pray for each other, that soon, and very soon, to quote the old hymn, this place will be full, we'll be singing, we'll be praising, we'll be laughing. It'll be like a little heaven, really, when it's all said and done and we're back in this place. You're in my prayers, and I hope you have a good weekend. Watch for more information on the website about live stream masses. Remember to contribute to St. Rita financially. You all have been beautiful this week, but please do keep that up. It's very, very important. And we'll be following up very soon with more detail and information on the state of the parish in that regard. But keep praying, keep hoping, keep loving, keep being St. Rita, because we are St. Rita. Have a wonderful weekend. Love you. Bye.